seconds left.
Are we finished the movie?
We're on
We'll do the movie tomorrow.
140. We'll keep watching the movie, but it's still we have still like 2 hours left. 140. It's really long.
It'll take like 3 days.
Huh? Like 2. It's like 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, but we're already at the part where they're.
I know. I really don't know. I could watch it before
I
time.
would rather chew on that.
All right, 140. Get out your questions.
Back out of it.
Nope. It's gonna be great.
Lottery.
It's gonna be great. Everybody has a part. We're ready. 140. All right. Hey, listen up. Listen up. Listen up. Act 3. Act 4, Scene 3 is very short, so we are going to finish that up today. If we have some time at the end to start into Scene 1 of Act 5, that's great. But either way, tomorrow we'll probably do Act 5, Scene 1 that isn't very long, and a little bit of Act 5, Scene 2, but also that's where all the craziness happens, so like I don't want to read too much of that tomorrow and then have to stop and then spoil it and then finish it on Wednesday. So we'll read most of Act 5, Scene 2 on Wednesday, and that's when all the spoilers will come. So you'll know exactly what happens. Okay, it's been a long weekend, so someone catch us up. What has happened?
Stuff's going down.
What's going down? Huh? Think back. Yeah, they beat.
Othello's very
Okay, Othello's very angry. Why?
because now he technically can't be because she's not loyal.
Okay, he technically believes that his wife is not loyal. What's made him think that? Yep. Okay. So think about what happens, particularly Act 4, Scene 2. What happens? That's our really long scene. We work through it. What happens?
He's losing his mind.
He's losing his mind. And then who do we have left at the very end of Act 4, Scene 2? Saying what? Yes, you're right. What are they saying?
You're gonna kill Cassian.
Yes.
Also,
Yes,
No,
good.
if Iago doesn't, I don't know, give me.
You got it, though. Yes, you got it. So what do they plan? So remember, the scene before this, Lodovico is kind of the last one left, and then what does he say? What's he kind of confused about?
is this the man?
Yeah, is this the man everyone's been talking about? So we get that straight, that they now know he's this changed person. They got an assignment to go where? Back home. Who's going to rule in his place until kind of war is for sure over and everything's handled. They're still kind of a little on edge. Cassio. So now we end with, y'all are both right, Iago and Rodrigo. They don't want that to happen. Why?
Because of the plan's messed up.
Yeah, the plan's messed up. Right now it's all forming really well on this little island of Cyprus where they are. They don't have to worry about anyone intruding. The Duke is not there. Everything's good, so they don't want them to leave. So what's the one thing they have to do? Yes, kill Cassio, or what do they literally say?
Make him seem like he's not fit.
Yeah, they say make him seem like he's not fit. So obviously it's pretty gruesome because they say they're going to bash his head in, basically make him brain dead. We don't know if that's actually what they mean or if it's like a metaphor. We'll see. But then we kind of think it might be true because what does Iago say? He says, Rodrigo, you're going to do it. Remember, he makes gullible Rodrigo believe him again. But then what does he say? I'm going to do if you can't carry it out or if something happens. Yeah, I'll be right behind you. I'll handle it. So it sounds like they're actually going to do something physical too. Okay, so we'll see. So remember, they are physically taking out other characters while they mentally manipulate Othello. So Othello at this point, what does he want to do besides kill Cassio?
Kill him.
Yeah, he's thinking about how to kill Desdemona and what's kind of his mode of choice right now. What he's thinking. Well, he says poison, and then exactly what does Iago say? No, don't do poison. What should you do?
Strangler.
Yeah, for a symbol of what?
Betrayal.
Yeah, same bed that she's basically used to make you look like a fool, strangle her in that. Okay, so that's where we're at. It's getting really violent. Okay, Act 4, Scene 3, Othello, Lodovico, Desdemona, Emilia, and attendant. So this is all that'll be in the scene. So I will start. Is everyone ready? We will end Act 4 and then go through some of the questions, and that'll be it for today, unless we get to a little bit of Act 5. But we'll do that later. All right. I do beseech you, sir, trouble yourself no further.
Oh, pardon me. 'Twill do me good.
Madam, good night. I humbly thank your ladyship.
Your Honor.
Will you walk, sir? Oh, that's you. Okay, we're all getting mixed up. It's going to go back and forth a lot this time. Okay, keep going.
Will
Go
you
ahead.
walk, sir, or does it matter?
My lord.
Get you to bed on oath, instant. I will be returned forward. Dismiss your attendant there. Look, be it done.
Okay, so what is happening? Just to kind of set the scene up. They're about to go to sleep. Probably the night before they leave. That's probably what's happening. And then what is he making it sound like?
Let's go to, let's go to bed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like everything's okay, but what's he doing? Sending,
He's setting her up.
yeah, and he's sending everyone away. So this might be the moment, it might not, we'll see. Okay, so leave Othello Lodovico in attendance.
How goes it now? He looks gentler than he did.
He says he will return in He hath commanded me to go to bed and bade me to dismiss you.
Dismiss me?
It was his bidding, therefore go, Julia, give me my nightly wearing, and adieu. We must not now displease. We must not now displease.
I would you had never seen him.
So would not I, my love does so approve him, but even his stubbornness, his checks, his frowns, prithee opinion, how great his favor.
I have laid these sheets you made me on the bed.
All's one, good Father, how foolish are our minds, if I do die before, prithee shroud me in one of these same sheets.
Come, we talk.
My mother had a maid called Barbary. She was in love, and she loved, grew mad, and did forsake her. She had a song of willow, and old thing 'twas, but it expressed her fortune, and she died singing it. That song tonight will not go from my mind. I have much to do, but to go hang my head all at one side, and sing it like poor Barbary, pretty dispatch.
Shall I go fetch your nightgown?
No one can me here. This Lodovico is a proper man.
A very handsome man.
He speaks well.
I know a lady in Venice would have walked barefoot to Palestine for a touch of his neither lip.
Okay, you don't have to sing, but
No, I wasn't going,
take a
I was
break.
gonna read it.
Okay, so what is interesting about her questioning, Amelia questioning Othello asked to send you away? That's kind of what takes the attention of this. Why is that like not normal? Because she says dismiss me with a question mark. Why? Why?
They're married.
Well, why does well Desdemona dismisses. Right. So besides literally when her and Othello are totally alone, Amelia should be with her at all times. And so what is her probably number one task at this point from like 7 p.m. to 10 at night?
Helping her put everything up.
Helping her put everything up, get ready, and she's like, why would he dismiss you? What do we think might be the case? Yeah, he wants everyone gone so that he can carry out his revenge. We don't really know why. But again, and then what is kind of the demeanor of the conversation?
She's so confused.
She's like
about it.
suspicious.
She's confused, she's a little suspicious because she brings up this story about what? Before we start singing.
Her mother's
Her
name.
mom.
Okay, mother had a maid and what happened? Well, basically, so it doesn't relate fully, like it's not the same type of story. Basically, her mother had this maid who was in love, but the person she loved left. And so basically she sang this lamenting song until she died, right? So Desdemona is going to start singing it herself. What is that kind of symbolizing? Yeah, she's almost like preparing for her own death. Because what does she even say to Amelia, if I die before
She
you?
must be covered in a sheet.
Right, she wants to be covered in her sheets, exactly. So she's even like getting ready. She's almost like she's writing a mental will, and we don't really know why, but she knows something's not right. So the whole attitude changes, like everyone's really extremely upset. Okay, so without singing, just go through the song. You'll actually do it a couple times. Go ahead.
A couple times.
Go ahead. Not the whole one. This is the only time you've seen the full thing.
The torso sat signed by sycamore tree, sitting on the green willow, her hand on her bosom, her head on her knee, sing willow, willow, willow. The fresh streams ran by her and murmured her moans, singing willow, willow, willow. Her salt tears fell from her and softened the song, singing willow, 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 lay by these. Willow, willow, prithee thee, he'll come anon. Sing all a green willow, must be my garland, let nobody blame him, his sworn I prove. Nay, that's not next part, who is this that knocks?
Oh, it is the wind.
Yep.
I called my love false love, was said he then, sing willow, willow, willow. If I court mo women, wow, you'll couch with mo men, so get thee gone, good night, mine eyes do itch, don't that bow
Is neither here nor there.
I have heard it so, oh these men, dost thou in conscience they tell Amelia that there be women who abuse their husbands and such gross kind.
There be so such, no question.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for all the world?
Why would not you?
No, by this heavenly light.
Nor I neither by this heavenly night, right, I might do it as well if
Okay, stop, take a break, because y'all talk for the rest, but it's not much left. Okay, so they're having this conversation again. She's singing the song. What is kind of the nature of the song?
It's depressing.
It's depressing. What else? Think of some of them. Huh?
Foreshadowing.
Okay, yeah. So it's depressing. It kind of echoes the mood, but then it's also foreshadowing. Kind of how? What ways?
She says that her mother used to sing until she died or something.
Right, until she died, pretty much of heartbreak because this person that she loved left. And so, even though this scene is kind of boring, like that's all they do, right? Whoever said they just have a whole monologue? That is what this is. They're just talking the whole time. But what are they pretty much preparing for? Yeah, they're pretty much preparing for her death. And not only is this really scary and sad for Desdemona, but who also? Amelia, because although she's her servant, they love each other. And it kind of, the importance of it is it brings about this other issue that's happening besides the whole race problem with Othello and the fact that people are not counting him as equal. And at this point, what has everyone in the story kind of decided? What about his background? And what have they been able to do because of his background, his lack of education, because of this stereotype they've given?
Take advantage of it.
Yeah, they've totally taken advantage of him to the point where he's crazy and he's going to do whatever pretty much Iago tells him to do at this point. So that part's over. So now we have the secondary issue coming back, which is like the voice of women. And so what's the problem? What are they kind of lamenting?
That they don't really have, like they haven't told their story.
Yeah, and they can't. So like they haven't gotten to tell their story and they can't do anything. And so they're kind of questioning here. They're like, what if a man cheats on a woman such and such time? What do they kind of say is the consequence? Nothing. Well, what happens when Desdemona's even questioned to not be faithful to her husband? Yeah, pretty much she's awaiting her death. We don't know if it's going to happen yet, but she's accepted it. Just because of this, there's nothing she can do. And so they're almost going back to this idea that they have no power. They have no voice. Pretty much what is going to be done to them is going to be done to them, and they can't do anything. So it's really kind of depressing. All right, keep going.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for all the world?
The world, usually it is a great prize for its soul life.
In troth, I think thou wouldst not.
In fraud, I think I should, and undo it when I had done. Mary, I would not do such a thing for a joint rape, nor for measures of lawn, nor for gowns, petticoats, nor caps, nor any petty exhibition, but for the whole world. Why, who would not make her husband a collier
Yep.
to make him a monarch? I should venture further to